Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Terry and I like to buy stuff, and you found Terry Buys Stuff. And today we're back in the kitchen and we're gonna be reviewing an item I purchased off Amazon from the Pardal store, this nut milk bag 2-pack. And we're gonna be reviewing it because I've been using it to make celery juice with my Vitamix. So we'll get into it and talk a little bit more in depth about this. Hey, if you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button, ring the bell, and that way you'll be notified of more shopping fun that happens right here on this channel. So for the past 7 days, I have been juicing and drinking straight celery juice every morning using a whole stalk. And I know you've seen me review a juicer on this channel before, and that is Mini Me's juicer. So I don't have that in my house anymore because she, of course, has moved in with Mr. B. So with that being said, I don't have a juicer, but I do have a Vitamix. I've had this Vitamix since 2013, tried and true, old reliable. She's been through a lot in life with me, and now she's getting turned up, revved up every morning, like 7 a.m. and she's making me celery juice. So there's a book out there that I started reading. I don't know if you've heard of Anthony Williams, the medical medium. There are all kinds of celebrities that endorse this guy, and so I started reading his book, and I thought, what harm is it gonna do for me to drink celery juice every morning? Now there are all kinds of health claims that you can go out and do the research for yourself. I'll just give you a few. It says, like, if you suffer from skin conditions like psoriasis, celery juice may very well help. It helps in aiding blood. It helps in aiding liver. It helps in aiding sleep. We're gonna talk about that. There's so many beneficial things that come from drinking straight celery juice. So I did get Anthony's book, and I have been doing that on Audible. So I'm gonna link that below too. So that way, if you wanna check that out, you'll have the link to the book. And also that caused me to go to Amazon because I was like, how do I do this? How do I make juice at home? And celery's tough, right? How do I do this at home without a juicer? Vitamix to the rescue, and these awesome nut milk bags. So let me get into the nut milk bags. I have a used one right here, but here's what they look like new. I saved one of them, didn't touch it, so you could see out of the package what it looks like brand new. Because it's so nice and pristine when it's new. Mine's now been through a little bit since I've been using it all week, but here it is. It's quite large. And the reason why I like this large bag is because it fits in my Pyrex so well. I have this very large 2-quart Pyrex, and you can see how that just fits in there really nice. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna strain the celery into this nut milk bag. Well, we're gonna use mine, the one I've been using. So this is a brand new one, so I will set this aside. It's just like cheesecloth in a sense, but I really like the way it's manufactured, the way I can wash it, and the way it also strains the juice. You're gonna love it when you see this. So I kind of told my friends I would make this video too because I've been posting on my personal Facebook like, oh, celery juice. And everyone's like, what are you doing? How are you doing it? So I was like, all right, let's make a video and let's talk about these bags, the Vitamix, which a lot of people have. Maybe you have another brand in your home like a Ninja or something similar. I would think a blender, any blender is gonna help you out. Of course, I am pro Vitamix because the power and the motor on this thing, I mean, you can make soups, you can do so much in here. This got me through 2 years of smoothies when I was on my big smoothie kick, and the Vitamix to the rescue every morning. It was amazing. So let's start out with the celery juice. So you go and you get your own stock of organic celery. That's what the book recommends. That's what I guess I would recommend. That's what this is here. And so I just kind of start out by dressing it, cutting it down a little bit here so I can wash it. I have 2 cutting boards, one for the dirty celery. This will be for the clean. And you can see I'm just gonna take off the whole bottom because you're not gonna juice that. And then of course I have my pieces and I take off the leaves. The leaves make it so bitter. So let's chop off these leaves. get to the middle of the celery, I don't really use too much off of the middle. I mean, sure, I can get a little piece out of there, but the middle, of course, has a lot of leaves. So you can kind of see I sped that up. I did it really quick. Here is my celery pile of the leaves and extras that I'm gonna throw away. And now I will go and wash my celery pieces and make sure that they're thoroughly clean. Celery can be one of, you know, the most dirtiest type in the fruit and vegetable category. Just because it's grown in the ground, it comes up, and you just really want to make sure you give it a good scrub. Okay, so I would say if you don't have a Vitamix, you're gonna want to chop these down into little pieces. I found a trick with the Vitamix that works really well for me. Again, I don't know how this would work in another brand of blenders, but the Vitamix is so strong, and this has worked out great for me. It saves me time on cutting. So I just go ahead and I start her out everything on low. And I keep my dampener close by, and I just drop it straight in. Kind of hold my hand over the top of the dampener so you can see a little piece escape there. But the Vitamix just sucks it in. Now, normally, without a Vitamix, you do cut up 2 stalks, throw in the little chunks in your blender to get this, I like to say, lubricated, right? Get some liquid in here, because you're not supposed to put water or any other juice in the celery. This is just straight celery juice. That's why I recommend taking it out of the fridge so it's a little bit cold, because of anytime you put it in a blender, the heat of the blender is going to heat it up a little bit. So I really like to make sure it's fresh, straight out of the fridge, cold. One night we did do the dressing ahead of time, so then all I had to do in the morning was drop it in the Vitamix, and that saved a little bit of time. But it really doesn't take much to put this together. So let's keep going and blending here just so you can see it. And again, I'm on that lowest setting with the Vitamix, and it just sucks it in. It's so amazing. And we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna do this whole bunch of celery. Now you notice I don't force more than 1 piece at a time in. I mean, if I chopped it up in small bits, I could do that. But again, I'm just trying to prove a point with the Vitamix. You can just drop it in. Normally celery you couldn't, because it's so tough. But look at how the Vitamix just does the work. There's a little bit of water on the celery from where I washed it well. But otherwise, there is nothing in the Vitamix except straight celery stalk, and its engine there is revving up and sucking it in. Now, if it stops, I got that dampener. I can give it a little push. Give it a little push down. It looks like I'm down to the end. Okay, so now that I've got it all in there, it's taking its last piece, circling around. Oh, look, it kicked it back. All right. Let's turn the heat up. Turn up the speed. So I go ahead and turn her up. 30 seconds. My dampener. There we go. Now she's spinning. I'm going to turn her all the way up. Okay, she's blended. 30 seconds, 20-30 seconds is really all you need. Now, I've traditionally been wetting this bag and re-rinsing it, because what I do with it when I'm done, I rinse it out, clean it, and then I put a paper towel on top of my Vitamix, and I've just been kind of letting it air dry on top of the Vitamix. So I'm gonna go quick rinse this out. Okay, so I rinsed out my bag. You know, and I guess you just don't think of the Vitamix blender as a juicer, right? I mean, it blends. Normally you're keeping all the fibers and the, you know, the good stuff in there. Well, this time we just want the juice. We don't want the fiber. So let's take a look. Look how that came out. You don't want to drink that. One of my friends asked me, can't I just drink this? I mean, I suppose you could, but again, the whole benefit is getting the juice. So I just dump it in, that easy. And again, with the Vitamix, this is what I love about the Vitamix, having this dampener. I'm just gonna set that down. Is I can use the dampener to kind of grab anything else out of there, just to get the most that I can out, because I don't want to send it all down my garbage disposal. Okay, so normally what I would do is I'm gonna get ready. I let this sit in the bag for a few seconds. I'm gonna go rinse water in this right away. So hang tight. Quick pro tip. You want to keep your blender clean. You don't want to let anything you're making a smoothie or juicing, you don't want anything to harden on there. So this is my pro tip for cleaning. Just a little dab. I have maybe a quarter, you know, half an inch of water in there. Go ahead, lock her up tight. And here's how, I'm gonna move this away just in case anything spews out of there. But here's how I clean your blender. I usually let that run for like a minute, gets the water nice and hot, the soap nice and hot, go dump it out, rinse it out, and then I even run another cycle of clear water through it. So I'll go quick rinse this out. So guys, I show you this because when you think of juicers and blenders, you think of cleanup and how hard is it and how much work is it gonna be. I will admit, cleaning the Vitamix is a lot easier than cleaning a juicer. I love Amanda's juicer, but man, that taking apart different items and the screen and this and that and the other thing, it just, you know, it's tough. So, I have clean hands. Yeah, I smell like celery still. I'm gonna go rinse my hands one more time. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't have any soap on my hands from cleaning the Vitamix, because here's why. And here's why I tell Mr. Stuff I'll never ask him to make me a celery juice, because this is where it becomes a personal sport. Do you see the juice already down there in the bottom? So when you take out the bag, you're gonna see it's already coming through the bag. Look at the juice I already have. But there's a ton of juice yet in this bag. So I kind of start from the top. Oh, I will tell you, I have a 2-cup standard Pyrex cup. I've done this in there, but I feel like I make more of a mess, and I really like this 2-quart one. Or you could use a bowl if you don't have a Pyrex. I just like this because the spout. Okay, so I just go ahead and I give it a little squeeze. And you can kind of see, and you can smell the celery. There it goes. Getting all the air out. Nice gentle squeeze. Because down here in all the fibers, that's where the juice is. And it's really starting to come out. So I just give it nice gentle squeeze. Kind of work those. There we go. That was a good one. Oh! You're gonna see how fun this is too when you clean out the bag. It's not that bad. So while I'm squeezing this, I will tell you, here's what's going on. I've been getting a full 8 hours of sleep every night. I don't know if I can credit that to celery juice as much as to I'm making myself just be more cognitive of my health. Like, hey, go to bed at 9 o'clock. Stop falling asleep on the couch. I will say, while I'm a full-figured girl, my tummy is not hard anymore. It's kind of like a soft fluffy, if you say it that way. So that tells me that any kind of bloating is going down. And it feels good, like pants are looser, you know. So I don't know as much as weight loss as just being more cognitive, you know, of what you put in your body. that I think that will come along with it. Look at that. That was a lot of juice. And I went slow because I was kind of talking to you. So I'm going to take you on how to clean this bag, but I just want to give you a little look-see here. That's the fibers right there. We're going to tear this apart. I'm going to show you this. I'm just going to set it on my countertop for a minute. And I want to tell you how we start our day with this. So I wake up right away. You know, I get dressed. I have a job that I need to look, you know, be on camera for, Zoom meetings and so forth. So I get up. I don't really drink anything. Maybe I'll have a sip of water while I'm doing that. But get up, get dressed, come downstairs, feed the kitties, and then the celery juice commences. So basically I'm saying don't eat or drink anything before the celery juice. Then I'm going to drink this whole celery juice. This is a 16-ounce glass. This is the minimum you're supposed to drink every day. So I'm going to drink this whole celery juice, and then I'm not going to have coffee, food, or anything for minimum 30 minutes. The celery juice needs to work on that empty stomach to do what it needs to do to get to the, you know, different parts of the body that it's trying to aid. Also, I have a glass straw. You should not drink any kind of juice through a stainless straw, which I'm known for my stainless in my water all the time. So I had to invest in some glass. I'll have a link below on Amazon that you can find the nut milk bag and the glass. And let's drink this before we clean the bag, just so you can see. I'm not joking. I'm drinking this every morning. This will be my 8th cup because I'm doing a second one today. How I would describe it, it tastes just like celery. I mean, that's it. Some people complain of a salty taste. I mean, yeah, I guess there's a little bit of a natural celery saltiness to it, but it's not bad. Because I put it through the nut milk bag, there are no fibers in here. I feel like if you did this, if you didn't have the nut milk bag, and say you didn't have the Vitamix, and I don't know what you're doing. I've seen people where they put it through a metal strainer and they strain it. There's still chunks in there, you know? This is so smooth. I'm gonna drink the whole thing so you can see the bottom of the glass. And you're gonna see there's nothing in the bottom of the glass. Now, even though this is my second one of the day, I'm not gonna eat anything for a half an hour. Might as well take the benefit of my second glass of the day. I would say I'm actually starting to enjoy this in the morning now. It's very clean tasting. And I do appreciate the fact of making it myself, because I think if I go and buy it out of the store, they say once you do this, you have to consume it within 24 hours. So I don't know how, you know, what's in the stuff at the store. I don't know, but how do they keep it so fresh? So I love this, that this is, I mean, can we say practically garden fresh? Would be even more fresh if I grew my own celery, but this is fresh. So we're almost to the end. I do notice with the Vitamix, you get a little foam, and I think with juicers, you don't get as much foam. Okay, guys, we're coming into the end. That's a big gulp. Look. There is nothing in that glass. There is not one fiber in that glass. So the tip to, I think it also tasting good, is trying to find the best, the fresh celery in the grocery store. You know, you want something that's crisp, that looks nice and green, organic, and it just, you know, the fresher it is, the healthier it's gonna taste. If you get soggy celery, don't do that. That's not gonna juice very well at all. So let's talk about this bag and clean out this bag, because this is the messiest part of your day with the celery juice. And I'm gonna tell you what, it's not that bad at all. So here's what I could do. I could just tip it over right now and show you, and you know, but I found an easier way to clean the bag. And because I don't want this fiber stuff here, I don't want this in my garbage disposal. I want to ball it up as best as I can. So I'm gonna go to the sink and I'm gonna rinse this bag, and I'm gonna show you what we do. Okay guys, so you can see here I'm just kind of like starting to rinse around the bag because I want to get all the celery fiber into the bottom. Really give a good rinse. See that? So I just want to really get it all to the bottom. And then what I do right here at the sink, just squeeze it out. Squeeze it out. It's easier to squeeze on the second time around. Squeeze out the top. I just squeeze out all the water. And now I'm ready to show you the ball that's in here. All right, guys, here's my wet bag. And remember, this bag started out as this beautiful, pristine bag, which Mr. Stuff made a good comment that he goes, couldn't you just put the nut bag in halfway and it would drip through more? And it probably would, but you're still gonna need to squeeze, because you wanna get all that vital juice out of there. So this is why I do this, because it's so easy to clean. Watch this. Now I just turn it inside out and push it out, and there's my ball. There's all my fibers. And just a few, you know, little chunks left here. But that's so easy to clean. And if you have a problem touching the chunks, then just kind of come through with your finger and push it. You can push it around, just push it out. Or you can like kind of give it a little, I mean, it's just celery. It's not gonna hurt anything. But really get it out of there. Now I feel better about rinsing this fully in my bag, you know, in the sink. So not all this goes down the garbage disposal. What I've done with this bag too, I've just hand washed it. I put, you know, hot soapy water, wash it by hand, let it air dry. And I've done that, you know, like every other use, just to kind of keep it clean and pristine. And of course I got, you know, you get 2 in the package, so I got another one. Now, if I wouldn't have rinsed out the pulp, but I'm gonna show you, here's what basically a whole stalk of celery works out to be. That's it. If I wouldn't have rinsed it out, I could have saved this and put it in like little ice cube trays and save it for like soups or stuff like that. That's what some people do. Some people that like don't want to be wasteful. But if you're doing this every day, you're going to have a lot of these little balls. So that is trash. So guys, what do you think? I think the nut milk bag has been a lifesaver, especially when it comes to using the Vitamix. You know, maybe we'll have to get together with my little mini me and we'll try it in her juicer. But again, I think the benefits of celery juice are worth looking into. And what's it gonna hurt drinking 16 ounces of celery juice a day? So realistically, when I get up in the morning, this does not take me more than 5 minutes to cut the celery, put it through the Vitamix, strain it, rinse the Vitamix, and, you know, have a glass that I go take in the office and I start my workday. This is how I start my workday now. I will say there's a warning. Some people say that when they do their first round of the drink, they kind of get some bowel issues, like you don't want to leave your house that day. That did not happen to me. It also did not happen to my friend that's doing it with me as well. And I think that's because we're already eating a lot of fibrous and natural foods. But I think if you are kind of a junk food machine and you got a lot of toxicity going on in the body, the day you do this, stay home. Stay home. So with that said, I will have the link below to the nut milk bags that I got on Amazon. I'll also have a link below to Anthony Williams, the medical medium, and his book on celery. I mean, reading it, I'm seeing lots of benefits of celery and I want to try this journey. I'm definitely going to give it 30 days and see where I'm at from there. I'm already into week 1 every day, sleeping better, feeling less bloated. So maybe there's something to this. So my suggestion too, get a Vitamix. If you are shopping for a blender, this is the one I highly recommend. But whatever blender you have at home, hey, start with the nut milk bags and see if it works for you. So guys, I gotta pull it out. I gotta pull it out for the Pardal store and their nut milk bags. And also my local grocer Smith's for having some awesome celery to buy. It's the Terry Buys Stuff. Big thumbs up for celery juice, making it at home, and just living a happier, healthier life. Hey, if you're liking the videos, give me the big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and that way you'll be notified of more shopping fun that happens on this channel. As always, I appreciate you and I love you for being here. So thanks so much today for hanging out and learning about celery. I hope you try it and we'll see you on the next round. Till then, guys, bye.